Now friends, this question that I have kept over here is from the module itself, and I have provided this question along with the answer to understand what kind of answer that they are expecting in this kind of question. This is a question wherein they are expecting us to pass a comment. Before I proceed further, just would like to give you some basic idea with respect to the comment. Giving you some simple examples like this to understand it. Suppose a student is asking me, sir, is it fine if at all I study daily for 2 hours? Suppose a student is asking me, sir, is it fine if at all I study daily for 2 hours? Then my question to him would be that you are considering to study daily for 2 hours for which syllabus? Is it for CA or is it for BCom? If at all you are considering to study daily 2 hours for BCom, then in that case it will be more than sufficient. But if at all you are considering to study daily for 2 hours for CA, then it will be very much less. That is what I would reply him. I hope that everybody will agree with me in that case. What I want to tell you friends is that what is the number of hours for which you should study depends upon the course that you are pursuing. Same is the case with respect to the ratios. Whether a specific ratio is good or not, that depends upon the number of things. I give you certain examples to give you a clarity. Suppose the current ratio that say you have is 2. Is it good? We can say that say it is insufficient information based on which we can pass comment. We require first of all the information about the industry. Suppose the industry current ratio is, let us say, 1.80, then it is considered to be really good. If it is 2.10, again in that case it is considered to be good. If it is, let us say, 0.90, for example, the industry current ratio, then in that case we can say that there seems to be some inefficient management of the working capital. If everybody is keeping the current ratio 0.90 and they can run the business, why can't you run the business by keeping a current ratio which is near to it? Keeping a current ratio which is substantially more is not making a sense. Because if at all your current ratio is substantially more, then what it should have been, it indicates that unnecessarily you have made investment in current assets, and that unnecessary investment that you have made is not going to be fruitful to you as a company. Unnecessarily your funds of the company is remaining blocked in the business, and of course when your total assets increases, your return will fall down. Liquidity position is strong, that's good, but at the same time it should be as per the industry. That is what we understand. So basically we understand that say usually any of the ratio which is near to the industry is considered to be the appropriate ratio. That is what the first thing that we understand. So maybe the industry information would be provided to us, then we have to make a comparison like this. Second thing that we understand is we may be provided with the information of the company on year-to-year basis. That is, let us say that before 3 years, before 2 years, before 1 year and the current year. That is the way over the time period, so we have been provided with the ratios. Then in that case we are required to make the comparison over the time period. Generally we understand that if at all you are able to say have higher inventory turnover ratio, it is good. If at all you are able to have the higher debtors turnover ratio, it is good. It is indicating that say you are able to get the rotation of the inventory fast. It is indicating that say you are able to get the collection fast. That is the way you will. It is indicating your efficiency. Your asset turnover ratio is high. That is really good. That you are able to utilize the assets in the business effectively, and with that, so you will be able to increase the sales. All these things that say we understand is a kind of measurement that you have. One important thing is that say we understand that there are certain ratios which are calculated from the bank point of view. For example, it is the interest coverage ratio, debt service coverage ratio. As far as these ratios are concerned, these ratios are indicating that say what is the efficiency of the company for making payment of the interest. What is the efficiency of the company for making payment of the interest and principal? And always higher these ratios is indicating that say you are doing your business efficiently, and vice versa. This is what say always it is going to be there. Of course, in case of the profitability, once again, higher gross profit ratio, higher net profit ratio, higher return on total assets, return on capital employed, higher the ratio is always going to be beneficial, is always going to be considered as a good sign. These things are like what we understand. ABC company sales plumbing fixtures on the terms of 2/10 net 30, यानी क्रेडिट पीरियड इज 30 days. अगर कस्टमर 10 दिन के अंदर पेमेंट करता है तो उसको 2% का कैश डिस्काउंट दिया जाएगा. इट्स फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स ओवर द लास्ट 3 years आर एज फॉलोज. तो पिछले 3 साल का स्टेटमेंट दे रखा है 2020, 21 और 22. दीज आर द असेट्स, दीज आर द लायबिलिटीज. कॉमन स्टॉक का मतलब होता है इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल, और उन्होंने प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी का कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन दे रखा है. Analyze the company's financial condition and the performance over the last 3 years. Are there any problems? That is a question. तो रेयरली ऐसा होता है कि जिसमें आपको खुद को तय करना है कि कौन कौन से रेशियोज कैलकुलेट किए जाए. तो जैसे अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि आपको ब्रॉडली क्या याद रखने का है. आपको ब्रॉडली कुछ ऐसा याद रखने का है कि एक होता है लिक्विडिटी के रेशियोज. करंट रेशियो आ गया, लिक्विडिटी रेशियो आ गया, एब्सोल्यूट कैश मेजरमेंट आ गया, कैश पोजीशन टू टोटल एसेट्स आ गया. वो क्या हो गया? लिक्विडिटी रेशियोज. फिर दूसरा आपको क्या याद रखना है फ्रेंड्स? दूसरा आपको ये याद रखना है लाइक प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी के रेशियोज. एनपी रेशियो हो गया, जीपी रेशियो हो गया, रिटर्न ऑन टोटल एसेट्स हो गया, रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड हो गया, एंड सो ऑन. फिर कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर के रेशियोज, डेट इक्विटी रेशियो हो गया, कैपिटल गियरिंग रेशियो हो गया, टोटल लायबिलिटीज टू नेटवर्थ, proprietary ratio, again debt equity ratio taking the total debt, like that. तो अलग अलग सेगमेंट्स के कुछ रेशियोज जो भी पॉसिबल है ना वो यहां से कैलकुलेट करने पड़ेंगे. मोस्टली ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता नहीं है कि जिसमें हमको तय करना है कि कौन कौन से रेशियोज कैलकुलेट करने हैं. Yet this is a question from the institute publication, इसलिए एक बार तो कवर अप करना ही पड़ेगा. उनका आंसर देखते हैं. देखो उन्होंने क्या किया है फ्रेंड्स. They have made the calculation like this. Current ratio, asset test ratio. यानी उन्होंने क्या किया कैलकुलेट? They have made the calculation of the liquidity ratios. Average collection period, inventory turnover. That is what we understand is the activity ratios. फिर total debt to net worth, लॉन्ग टर्म डेट टू टोटल कैपिटलाइजेशन, ये हो गया कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर के रेशियोज. जीपी मार्जिन, एनपी मार्जिन, दैट इज प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी रेशियोज. asset turnover ratio, that is again activity ratio. Return on asset, that is again so the profitability ratio. देखो करंट रेशियो 1.20, 19, 25 और 20, यानी क्या पहले ऊपर गया फिर थोड़ा सा नीचे आया. 43, 46 एंड 40। अगेन पहले ऊपर गया फिर नीचे आया। एवरेज कलेक्शन पीरियड 18, 22 एंड 27। दिस इज नॉट एट ऑल गुड। आपका एवरेज कलेक्शन पीरियड बहुत इंक्रीज हो रहा है, दैट इज इंडिकेटिंग दैट यू आर नॉट एबल टू गेट द कलेक्शन फास्टर। इन्वेंटरी टर्नओवर रेशियो गिर रहा है, दैट इज नॉट अगेन अ गुड साइन because you are not able to get the rotation faster. Total debt to net worth, long term debt to total capitalization, वो हमको दे रखा है GP ratio 20, 16 and 13, very bad. It has substantially gone down. 20% का सिर्फ 13%, not at all good. NP 7.5, 4.7, 2.6. These two are alarming signs. ये मैनेजमेंट को तुरंत रिपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा। Asset turnover ratio, again it is going down, not a good sign. Return on asset 21%, 13% and only 6%, again going down is not a good sign. तो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी कंपनी का बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपैक्ट हो रहा है। लिक्विडिटी रेशियोज उनके अप्रोक्सीमेटली सेम है। ऐसा सब कुछ हमको यहाँ पे लिखना है। So the answer of the institute is also provided by me over here, in which an analysis is provided to us. The company's profitability has declined steadily over the period. वो हमने देखा NP ratio, GP ratio, return on asset सब कुछ डिक्रीज हो रहा है। Only 50,000 is added to the retained earning, तो वो absolute figure से लिया है उन्होंने। The company must be paying substantial dividend. Debtors यानी कि receivable growing slower, although average collection period is still reasonable relative to the terms given. 2/10 net 30 का वो जो 30 है ना, उन्होंने उसको यहाँ पे कंपेयर किया और उन्होंने एक कमेंट लिखा है that say still 27 है ना, वो 30 से नीचे है। But we understand that से कितने proportionate customers डिस्काउंट ले रहे हैं वो भी इंपॉर्टेंट है। Inventory turnover is flowing well, that is as well indicating relative built up, means हम लोग इन्वेंटरी पाइल अप हो रहा है जो अच्छी बात नहीं है। In inventory, the increase in the debtors and the inventory coupled with the fact that the net worth has increased very little has resulted into total debt to net worth ratio increasing to which would have been regarded on absolute basis as a high level. तो नेटवर्थ इज इंक्रीजिंग एट अ वेरी लो रेट, उसके इस कंपैरिजन में वी आर हैविंग सो द डेट इंक्रीजिंग एट अ हाई रेट। द करंट एंड एसेट टेस्ट रेशियोज हैव फ्लक्चुएटेड, बट द करंट रेशियो इज नॉट पर्टिकुलरली इंस्पायरिंग। द लैक ऑफ डिटोरिएशन इन दीज रेशियोज इज क्लाउडेड बाय relative build-up of both receivable and inventory, evidencing deterioration in the liquidity of these two assets. Both GP and P have declined substantially. The relationship between the two suggests that the company has reduced relative expenses in 2022 in particular. The build-up of the stock and the debtors has resulted into decline in asset turnover ratio, coupled with decline in the profitability has resulted sharp decrease in the return on asset ratio. Friends, exactly यही का यही कमेंट लिखना जरूरी नहीं है, बट इसके आगे पीछे का या इसको एक्सप्लेन करने का अगर आप लिखोगे तो वो बिल्कुल चलेगा। दूसरा क्या फ्रेंड्स, हम लोग कमेंट के साथ साथ टू हैव अ गुड राइट अप हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, वो रेशियो को भी एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं कि एसेट टेस्ट रेशियो क्या बताता है और फिर उसके बारे में कुछ लिख सकते हैं।